Baseball. It is said, is just a game. True. And the Grand Canyon's just a hole in Arizona.
Here's a ground ball right side, could do it. The Houston Astros are world champions for the first time in franchise history.
A manager checks in with his ball club.
Smokey is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Number 20, Smokey.
Now at the plate, Cameron Perkins. No hits. Lifted down the line in left. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Perez is camped under this one. One gone. Digging in once again, Mike Margima. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Fouled away. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Mariners catcher. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Perez gathers, and he makes the throw to first. Margima is retired, 2 down now. Standing in, Billy Kemp. He singled his last time up.
Billy Kemp.
And that misses low and away, ball 1. Line to the right side, but that's a foul ball. Five runs, 7 hits. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Liriano has a play, and that's the 3rd out. Kenan Middleton comes out of the bullpen.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road.
Smokey comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Here's Randall Grichuk trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far.
Randall Grichuk
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
3-1 to him now. 3 balls and a strike to count to Randall Grichuk. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th. Here's Jake Marisnick. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Now a hard liner, but foul. Grichuk aboard here at first with nobody out. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. The second for 1. On to first, and they get them both. Digging in, Nelson Tsai. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Cheney has it in his sights. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So nothing happening this time around. 11-5, the final tally in this one. Arizona wrap up. MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game series. Smokey, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, looking at the numbers, you can see this guy had an ERA over 4 last season. He'd like to do a lot better than that. He's got to do a much better job of keeping base runners off the bases. Cut the walks down and try to limit the hits per 9 innings pitched.
Our temperature 74 degrees as we get things started this afternoon. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Stepping in, Freddie Galvis, and he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Fastball, and oh, he has to bend out of the way of that one.
That's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now you can go inside or outside. I like that purpose pitch.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run.
Wow, there's a case of a ball up in the zone. Not the easiest pitch in the world to get underneath and drive it out of the ballpark. Good piece of hitting right there. Ball up in the zone. He didn't miss it. He destroyed it.
And that misses for ball 1. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, no runner, cut it.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
And here's a fastball called for strike one. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
And he is in there.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here's Starlin Castro, and their runners at the corners now. Set to deliver the 0-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Beautiful situation for a double play right here, but he continues to pound up in the zone.
The next 0-2. Grounded back up the middle. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Hernandez is a very well-regarded defensive outfielder. Used to be that fielders were evaluated mostly by the eyeball test and simple stats like fielding percentage, but of course these days there are many more advanced ways that help determine a guy's work in the field, and in his case he shines in many ways.
You know, Matty, for me, I think he does pass the eyeball test. I know you have to look at all the numbers and the analytics to really appreciate a ball player like this, but man, does he come to work every day and play hard.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. The 2-1 is taken for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 home. Swing and a liner. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8 and 9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
Weakly to the left. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on it. Into the box now, Franco. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Franco.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0. 2-0 count. The pitch.
1-1-1.
Down to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So digging in now, Freddie Galvis. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. Missed with a breaking ball.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
Now batting, left fielder.
We'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And this catches the outside corner, strike 1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Hit on the ground to short. Taken in by Simmons. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. And now the Toronto number 4 hitter, Albert Alfonso. He reached on a single in his first try. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike two. I think it's safe.
That one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Coming to the plate now, Starlin Castro. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Second baseman.
Takes a high fastball for a strike. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And that misses 1-1. And that one just missed outside. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows this team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Into the box now, Teoscar Hernandez. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A high fastball is in there.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play. Standing in, Robbie Monticelli. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame. First delivery to him on the way. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1.
Love the fact that he's not scared to go right back inside with another fastball. I know he hit the last guy, but if he's going to have success, he's got to establish that pitch in.
Bounce in front of the plate. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. Striding into the box, JT Realmuto. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. 1-0 the count. And this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. The 2-0. High in the air down the right field line. Liriano giving chase, and he makes the catch in the corner. And the run is in to score as they'll grab the lead here, 2-1. Ready for another shot now, Franco. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch fastball swung on and missed, 0-1.
Clean slate on the base pass after that sac fly a minute ago, so now's the time to be aggressive with these hitters. Go right after them and try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
And it's 2 balls and a strike to the Jays leadoff batter. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of that ball, and it's gone as they add still another.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump. Giving up a long home run or giving up a bomb at any time as a pitcher, you just have to regroup and get back on that horse.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. Three runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Right side, but it's well foul. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
A little bouncer. That winds up foul. That's lifted the other way out to left. Waiting on it is Nimmo. And the inning is over. So coming to the plate, Andres Valenzuela. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Valenzuela.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. So a line drive single to center makes it 2 hits for him this afternoon. And as you can see there on the team leaderboard, he's currently pacing the club here as we approach the midway point of the season. Hit hard down the left field line. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt, and now let's see. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. Great changeup there in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And a good decision on the throw as he is meat at third base. So striding forward now, Starlin Castro. No hits to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1.
Love that pitch right there. And
there's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one without a doubt is gone. Drew Pomeranz, a lefty. This one comes to a close today at an 8-6 final. The Jays used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Madison.
A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement. Downtown Baltimore, and in now for the O's, Josh Cowan. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by the opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect it. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Giro, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Well, Matt, going into this, looking at both lineups, they're both hot right now and they can both swing the bats. We probably got a slugfest on our hands. What pitcher's going to make the big pitch? A big spot, execute something to get his team off the field. Otherwise, probably a team with the last at-bat's going to win this one.
Nolan Arenado is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. 1-1 the count now. The 1-1 home.
Now one hit foul over to the right side as the count moves to 1-2. The 1-2 is looked at off the plate for a ball. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball one. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Nimmo racing back at the track, and he makes a nice catch on the track.
Leading off for the Orioles.
First offering on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. The 1-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taking all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the...
Locks him up for strike 3.
Here's how the Halos are going to line up on defense. And let's take a look at Andrelton Simmons. You can argue this is the best defender in all the sport. Range, first step, quickness, whatever you want to throw out there, this is one of the best in the game.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Hey, I love the aggressive nature this guy's pitching with. He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball, really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone.
Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, 2 away. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Struck him out. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Darren Lyons. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing at a bat at that pitch.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Legs churning, he's headed for second. Arms pumping, he's hustling for third. The relay, and he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple.
You don't really expect a leadoff hitter, especially a rookie, to hit for power, but he blasts this thing. And when he rounds first, he's thinking triple.
Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate. At the plate, Josh Cowan. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Line toward the gap in left center. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could be right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
3-1. called a strike, and it's full 3-2. Ramos at third. Cowan is at second with nobody out. Another full count pitch home. And he fouls this one off. Another full count pitch on its way. Fouled off.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Here's Nolan Arenado, a base hit in his first trip. First delivery to him on the way. And a neck-high fastball that time. So far this season, Arenado carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. Bases loaded here, nobody out. Two balls, two strikes to Nolan Arenado.
That's a good but risky take there. On 0-2, some umpires have no problem ringing you up on a pitch that close.
David Dahl waits on deck, and this is on the ground to short. Could be two. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. Fastball in there for a called strike.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made. Now at the plate, Ben Gamel comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. 50th pitch of the game on its way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Gamel, a native Floridian. He was taken in the 10th round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
The 2-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking. Stepping in, Terrell Rodriguez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. And it's fouled away. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit out towards second. Gonzalez takes it in. And that's the second out. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. And he comes back with 1 in there for a high strike.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
And it's 2 balls and a strike for Tim Anderson. Now the 2-1. Fly ball right down the line in left. Nimmo in pursuit. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. On. Stepping up now, Darren Lyons. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here? Here's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. There to look it in is Simmons, 1 away. Now to the plate, Oliver Ramos. He singled his last time up. Hard hit ball to second. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw on to first takes care of him. 2 very quick outs to start the home 5th. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Josh Cowan. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Good breaking ball that time in for a strike.
That's one of those pitches you just float over the plate. 99% of the time the batter is taking at least the first pitch after 2 straight 1-pitch outs, so you almost can underhand it up there.
Swing and a liner. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible. And if 2-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
Now a swing and a little flare out to left. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Nolan Arenado is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball.
And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Orioles strand. Digging in now, David Dahl. He'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
2-0 now. The 2-0. Popped him up. Drury is in his tracks now, and he puts it away for the first down. So stepping in, Ben Gamel. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Ben Gamel.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
In now, Terrell Rodriguez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Who started him with the change, and it's 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Cheney will get there, and he puts it away to retire. Ready once again, Tim Anderson. He flew out in his last at-bat.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
First. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Boy, D-Roll, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
The 1-1. On the ground to short. This could be 2. There's 1. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Now batting
at the plate, Oliver Ramos. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1.
Hey, sometimes you have to look at it like it's not how or how many. Pitching very well into this one into the late innings, and his first pitch strike percentage less than 50%. He'd like it to be a lot higher than that. He's making it very difficult on himself, but he's still getting outs.
Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Orioles held in check there. They're down by a touch. Ready for another chance. Josh Cowan. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
And here's a fastball inside as the count moves to 2-0 now. Grounded to third. Drury has it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Stepping into the box, Alberto Estrella. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. And he lays off there 1-0. Line drive snagged on a short hop. And there are 2 away now. Into the box, Nolan Arenado. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
Nolan Arenado.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Bunt to the mound. And the inning is going to continue here as he reaches on an infield single. Digging in, David Dahl. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Into the bleachers and gone. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0-for-3 in the game so far. 2-0 to the Baltimore left fielder. Hit sharply on the ground. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. He was in a position to wait for his pitch on 2-0, and he got it to keep the inning high.
Hey, one of the things that makes it so tough to pitch is you can see. Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely.
Another wet day in the Emerald City, but the roof is coming to the plate now. Ketel Marte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And that misses ball 1. These Angels, as they enter play here this afternoon, fellas, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Nimmo comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. First delivery to him on the way. Breaking ball in for a strike.
Hey, he's not going to get away with that all day. He's got to find a way to get on top of that ball and bury it.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2. Heading out towards shallow right. There for this one is Liriano, and there are 2 away. Next for Seattle, Brian Ferrioli. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against them. Get him to fish a little bit. Something a little more out of the zone than normal.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand.
He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to... And that brings up Scott Schebler.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And that one just missed outside. Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series. They've got the opportunity to sweep with a win in this one.
This team going for the sweep is looking for some home cooking. It's always nice to win a series, but particularly nice when you can sweep a series at home.
3-1 to him now. The leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second. Settling in now, Jock Peterson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Out in front of home. Spin throw gets him at first. The only play he had, and he made it a good one.
Here's how the Halos are going to line up on defense. And we're fortunate enough to watch one of the best outfielders in the game. The Gold Glover resides in left field. Can go back on balls as easily as go in on balls. Strong, accurate throwing arm. Look for him to make a play today.
Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is to be able to hit and change his speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden, he pulls the string and throws you the straight change, the dreaded equalizer.
Shot toward right center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. He's in at second safely, as they also push across his score to make it a 1-run game. First delivery to him on the way. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Well, the beat goes on with this guy, runner in scoring position. No doubt when he comes up, he's thinking RBI. What does he do? Double the drive and another run. This guy is a money run producer.
Healy leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So striding in, Cameron Perkins, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A high fastball is in there. 2 out here and a runner at second. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. A sight to be seen. Leading off the inning, Andreas Zamora, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Zamora.
And now a pitch on the way. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Ball 2 now. Line toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey guys, right there, you look for weaknesses. Can a guy come in? Can he command in? Obviously not the case in this situation. He went to the well outside half 3 times, and eventually the batter made a nice adjustment.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 home. Hit back up the middle. Step on the bag for 1. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And now, oh, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Michael Tolbert
has a look, now the pitch. pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Nimmo ranging back on the warning track. He makes the catch. Next will be the designated hitter, Brian Ferrioli. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. That hits the outside corner. It's strike one. Fastball called for strike two.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get a hit.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that. Leading off the inning, Scott Schebler, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but
ouch, that one hit him. Here's Jock Peterson now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Swing and a miss, 0 and 1.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
Out into right center, well hit.
He's coming. Relay. Cut.
Schebler is on his way home, and a relay to the plate. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
well, this is a lesson for all those pitchers out there. When you allow the leadoff man on base, it always comes back to haunt you. With no outs, I thought they might hold the runner at third, but they send him anyway, and the run scores.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
Now the 2-1 pitch is a fastball that misses.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good.
It's through. Let's see if they send him around to try to score. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
But gloved by the third baseman for the out. Ready now, Cameron Perkins, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Swinging a soft liner and a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
Hold it.
Hey guys, he doubled up on that breaking ball. The batter obviously timed the first one. Second one, he was not going to let go. Good wood on that one, able to drive it for a base hit.
Ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. A ball and a strike.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Mariners catcher. The 1-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Now the 3-2 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Cheney moves over, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
No runner.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Cheney on the move. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the... Stepping up to the plate, Michael Tolbert. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. 1-1 to count. Outside, 2-1. Line to the right side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tough right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off-speed.
Count even now at 1-1. A bullet to first base.
And they'll run him down and tag him out between first and second. A double play. First offering on its way. Fouled away. Good curveball that time in the low 80s. 0-2. We're in the 5th inning of a 4-3 ball game here. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Sharp ground ball to third, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9. They could put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
Line towards center field. Cheney is going to have room out there as he puts this. Stepping into the box, Ryan Healy. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1. 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and a strike to the Mariners' first baseman. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
And in a 2-run game right here, you really don't want to walk the leadoff guy to start an inning. You've got to keep that tying run in the on-deck circle.
Hit on the ground out to short. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Striding in once again, Billy Kemp. Here's the first pitch to him. A little bouncer, but it gets fouled. Hits are even at 7 apiece. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. This one's down to third. And there's out number 2. Digging in and looking for more, Cameron Perkins. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. And this misses outside and a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on that on-deck circle.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Took a good cut that time, but comes up empty. 2-2. Count remains 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk. First pitch on its way. Right over the middle, knee high. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Hot shot down the line. Perkins leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
Felix Pena gets the call from the...
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
5-3, the final score.
This team's pitchers are being challenged to ask more of themselves.